Well, Galacticos, time for the league again after an intense Champions League participation in Lisbon, which was good for us. So we're playing Sporting de Gijon on Saturday at the Bernabeu in a game that should be very pleasant. We shouldn't have any trouble. Bad news. Let's start with the bad news.
Yeah, bad news. Gareth Bale is going to undergo surgery and he's expected to be out at least 2 months. This is a devastating injury for Real Madrid. Real has been able to overcome key injuries like Ramos, like Modric,
Casemiro,
like
now Kroos apparently.
But I think that this Gareth Bale, this version of all-around player who is able to defend, who is able to win every aerial ball he has, to give assist, I think that this is the most important injury we are going to face all the season long.
Yeah, and it's very disappointing for us to kind of start to realize that we'll never see Gareth Bale playing a full season without any physical problems, and that's bad news.
I've been thinking when we talk about the next Cristiano or Messi, it's not only a thing about skills, about attitude, about ability to score goals. It's about durability.
Yeah.
These two players has been injury-free almost their entire career, and that's an issue Bale can count on it. He has been dealing with injuries all his career.
So we're not gonna see any of Gareth Bale in the few coming months. So let's talk about the lineup. I think it's a good game to make some rotations, give some people some rest, and bring back some people that we haven't seen in quite a while. So we'll start with Keylor Navas, of course. On the right, Danilo. I think it's the right time for Danilo to participate again. Center backs, there's a little thing with Ramos, because Ramos has 4 yellow cards, so if he got one here, he wouldn't play against Barcelona. So
and it would be an issue. And right now, after the derby match, Nacho and Varane are no longer an experimental combo.
Yeah.
I think they have a degree in that game, and I will go very, very happy with them. And in the left, Contrao, I think.
yeah, so Coentrao.
Marcelo is dealing too with injuries. His participation in the Clásico is not guaranteed.
So he's not gonna play on Saturday. And Coentrao is very funny. Right after the game in the mixed zone, he said very openly, like he was talking to the psychologist, I'm playing terribly, I'm not in the dynamic, I'm not a good player right now, I have to keep working. So that's why we think he's gonna play, because if he needs to keep working, this is a perfect game for that.
Yeah, he was brutally honest. It's not very normal in this business in football.
So bravo for Coentrao.
Yeah, I really appreciate he opened his heart. And I think that you don't have Marcelo. Marcelo has been dealing with injuries too this year, and I think that he has proven, Coentrao, in his career in Real, that at a certain point of the season you are going to need him. So right now he's in bad shape, he recognizes it,
but we need him,
and we have back-to-back, with all due respect to Sporting, and then Cultural Leonesa, back-to-back easy games, where he can play 180 minutes. And if let's put in the worst scenario, Marcelo can make it to the Clásico. Zidane has a bit of decision there, moving Nacho to the left or trusting Coentrao. Let's see, it's like an exam.
This is good 2 games to see if Coentrao is ready for the Clásico or not. So if you can trust him on the left or put Nacho there. Center of the pitch for Kovacic and Modric. Kovacic needs no rest. Modric right now needs no rest either. He needs to play. And then we're going to go with Asensio, who we haven't really seen start in a while. And then James. And I think the key thing here is James, is to see, I mean, for us it's a little bit of an act of faith playing James, because it is true that if Zidane doesn't count on James for this game, we can pretty much discard James from the team.
Yeah, right now we suspect, we have clues to suspect that he's not a member of this squad, or he's not Zidane's favorite.
Yeah.
But if he's not playing in this game with Lucas, with a lot of minutes on his
we're gonna give Isco some rest as well.
I think that it's a defining game, because if Zidane doesn't use Coentrao, James in this game, I think that James' situation would be he's out of the team.
Yeah, and then he maybe doesn't use it for this game, and maybe he plays him in the Cultural, but that would be maybe even like more counterproductive. Yeah. It's like telling him, look, dude,
I agree.
You know, like I could play that game.
Yeah,
me and Iñaki could play that game.
If I were Zidane, I would picture these back-to-back games as one.
Yes.
And if you are going to start certain players against Cultural, you have to give them this game too, because they are going to feel they are part of this team.
Yeah, so let's see James falls into that description. I hope that he does. I hope that he's not really or fully out of the team yet.
I recognize that my faith in James is on the floor.
So Iñaki's losing his faith.
I have his jersey, but I wouldn't buy it again.
Iñaki already has it as a memorabilia of Real Madrid, something from the past. And up top we're going to see Cristiano, who's getting back into a great shape, and that's great news for us. And Benzema, it would be interesting to see Cristiano and Benzema as two strikers, but not inside the format of the 4-3-3 with the BBC, but inside of a 4-4-2 format with them having a lot of freedom to move in the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Cristiano has been playing as sole number 9 in the past 2 games, but I think that he loves playing alongside Karim Benzema.
Yes. They understand each other very well.
Karim Benzema is not a usual number 9. He goes to the number 10 position. He's not selfish at all.
Yeah.
And I think that the chemistry between both it's great. I think that Benzema is the player who has provided the most assists to Cristiano in his career in Real, and I think Cristiano is very happy with Benzema, and Benzema of course is very happy with Cristiano. Benzema, we have he's coming from the winner goal, and I think that we are going to need Benzema too. And again,
Benzema is happy with Cristiano. Cristiano is happy with Benzema. Hopefully, we will be happy with both of them.
And again, in 1 week we have El Clásico, and Benzema has always been very productive against Barcelona.
Exactly. So we need him in tip-top shape. And we'll talk about Sporting again. This should be a pleasant game. Sporting haven't been doing well at all. They've got 1 out of the last 27 points, which is a bit dramatic. They're already in relegation positions.
Yeah, they saved the category in the last week of the past season, but right now they are looking like a dead team.
Yeah.
Their manager Abelardo, who has been with them for 100 games, told that the last one was the most disappointing one. He has coached Sporting de Gijon. I think they need so badly to bounce back, but they are not coming to the best place to bounce back.
Yeah, hopefully this will not be the occasion for them to bounce back at all. And,
I remember Sporting winning at Bernabeu in the first Mourinho's season. It was like the closing of that small window Real had in that league. I think that the story is not going to repeat this Saturday, so we are going with the result.
Well, you imagine if after all this that we've been doing, we lost against Sporting in the Bernabeu? I'm going to say 5-0 for Real Madrid.
I go with 4-0 for Real Madrid.
So 4-0, 5-0 Galacticos, a clean sheet. Let us know what you think is going to happen. What do you expect from this game? Of course, share the video, like and subscribe. And we'll see you on Saturday to analyze the game right after.
Goodbye.